Hello guys, today I will show you implementation of controller for making comments, and also we will create service for comments. And we should start from implementing service as we did before with product. Now we are going to create obviously a comment service, and we need to make annotation that this is a service class. After that we can add required args constructor annotation. So here we will use comment repository for interacting with database. So after that we will use product repository, since we are gonna make sure that this comment is gonna be added under a certain product. And of course we need to use user repository because we need to know who is the author. And after that we will use comment mapper for making conversion between DTO and model. So we can start implementing our function. We can name it just add comment. Here we will use a product ID, and after that we need to know user. So that's why we are going to use user ID. So after that we can use comment DTO for making sure that we can add the comment body. So here we will start from conversion, from finding this product. We need to be sure that this product exists, and that's why we're gonna add this or else row if we will have a problem with finding that product in database. So here we will create new exception with a message that product was not found. Do not forget to add semicolons. We can actually copy and paste it here, but do it with the user. The same thing with user. We need to be sure that the user exists. Like here we will make sure that, and that's it, because user repository have same function as product repository with find by ID. And here we need to convert this comment DTO that user sent it to a model so that we could save it in our database, since our repository works with models. Here we will set product for that comment. After that we will set obviously our user. So it means that our comment has a product and a user, which means that it has an author and a section which product it belongs to. So here we need to make sure that this comment will be saved in our database, and we can return a conversion of this saved comment to DTO. And that's pretty much it. Our add comment function will work correctly. So here we can write a function for getting all comments. We will get comments by product, and here we will obviously use a list of comment DTO. We can name it get comments by product. Here we will use a product ID because we need to get all comments by product. So here we will create the same list but with a model, not a DTO but with model, and we will use a find by product function from repository. And here we just will return a bunch of comments in the list. That's why we're gonna use a stream and map function to be sure that all entities inside comments will be shown. Every entity is gonna be converted to DTO, and here we can use a collect function so that it's gonna be converted to list. So after that we can create our comment controller, and here we need to make annotation that this is a controller. After that we need to add annotation with the request mapping, which means that it's going to have endpoint as we did with products. And here we need to add required args constructors so that we don't need to write constructor and it's going to be created automatically. Here we will use a comment service, obviously. And here we can start implementing our endpoints. First is going to be a add comment function with the method post. Here we will return response entity. Inside of it, we're going to have comment DTO. It's going to be named as add comment. Here inside we will provide, but first we need to add annotation that this is a post mapping. And obviously we need to write here the certain product, to which product is going to be added. And here we need to make sure that user authorized. That's why we're going to use pre-authorized and is authenticated function. Here we will provide product from the path. As we see here, we need to use that product ID that we write it in post mapping. After that, we need to use authentication principal to be sure that our user is author of that comment. And here we will use a request body of comment DTO. So here we can write our user ID, get it from user details. Here we can write our model of user, use the user details from the attributes of the function, and just use a method getID. That's it. So after that, we need to return a response entity with the status OK. So here we will use a add comment function of comment service and provide all necessary information for that method inside the service, which is product, user, and comment DTO. So after that, we need to create a method get to get all comments under certain product. So here we will use same structure as we did with post, but with a get mapping annotation. And here we also return a response entity, but inside we have not just comment DTO, but list of comment DTOs. And we can name it just as we did before, get comments by product. And here we will provide product ID from the path that we write it in get mapping annotation. And here we can just simply return list of comments by using service function, get comments by product. And here we will use obviously product ID, and that's it. So we can try to launch our application and see that it's gonna work correctly or it's gonna have problem. Okay, right now we still don't have any problems. Okay, it started correctly. We can check. I already created those methods like post and get for comments. You just can create it by yourself. Here in authorization, we need to choose bearer token and write here our token that we get from login. Here we need to choose body, choose a JSON body. And here we can write our comment DTO values. For now, we don't have any comments under this product. As we see here, we don't have any comments, but after we will add some comment, is going to be here. We see that we don't have any problems. We created comments with the score. We can in front end convert this score to, for example, stars, for example, 1 star or 5 stars. And here we see that those comments were created successfully. We don't have any problems. We can get product comments by product. Okay, we have a problem here because of the authorization. I'm using incorrect web token. Okay, now we see that it works. Yes, everything works fine. I hope you enjoyed this video. I hope you learned something, and see you later in other videos.